Are you skinny and no matter how hard you try, you are just not able to make gains? If so, in this video, I'm gonna break everything down, and if you follow these simple steps, I promise you, you will gain weight, you will build muscle. Let's go. Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series. Now, I know since the time I started the series, I've only been talking about losing weight, losing fat, tips and tricks to lose fat, yada yada. Sorry. And that is only because I've been on a fat loss journey myself. But I also know there are a lot of you out there who aren't looking to lose weight, who are skinny, who find it difficult to gain weight or pack on some muscle. And this series, to be honest, isn't just a fat loss series, guys. It's about looking your best, it's about feeling your best, it's about being the most advanced version of yourself. So, this entire video is dedicated to my Hardgainers out there. I am here to help you out. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys a blueprint, and if you follow these simple steps, I promise you over time you will gain weight and you will build muscle. Now, when I say gain weight, a lot of people relate that to gaining fat. That's not what I mean, guys. What I mean is we want to do it in a lean and clean way, in a way where we maximize muscle growth and minimize fat gain. So, if you are ready to get this video underway, then like always, hit the like button. Please do it. A lot of time and effort goes into making these videos, so please do take that extra 2 seconds to hit the like button and subscribe, okay? Alrighty, now let's get this video started. The first thing you want to do when you embark in a nice and clean muscle building or weight gain journey is to figure out how many calories you should be eating. It all comes down to your diet, guys. Diet. It's all about manipulating or varying your calories based on your fitness goals. Now, the hard part, or where it actually gets difficult, is figuring out how much, because the amount of calories that each person needs to consume is not going to be the same. It's going to vary from person to person and also from goal to goal. So if you are looking to gain weight and build muscle, then you want to make sure that you are eating in a calorie surplus. And let me break that down further. And for that, we will need our phones. So let's take out our phones and go to one of my favorite websites, which is tdeecalculator.net. And once you're on that website, let's go ahead and fill in the information they ask for, like age, weight, height, activity level. And again, with respect to the activity level, please be honest with yourself and choose accordingly, okay? And once you have that filled in, hit calculate. What you will see here is your approximate maintenance calories. For instance, based on the information that I keyed in, for me it's 2,576 calories. And what that means is I will need to be eating 2,576 calories every single day to stay the same exact weight. Basically the weight that I keyed in. Or in other words, this is also my total daily energy expenditure. That's what TDEE stands for. And if I eat the same amount of calories, then the calories going in is equal to the calories going out. And therefore, in theory, the weight should stay the same. And a side note here, guys, I say approximate because none of this is 100% accurate. It's a good ballpark number to start off with, but it all comes down to trial and error. So give it a try it for a couple of weeks, and if your weight stays relatively the same, then that's your maintenance calories. So once you have this number, you want to make sure, in order for you to gain weight, you want to make sure you are eating above this or in a calorie surplus. But what you want to make sure is that your surplus isn't too high, because there are greater chances of putting on excessive body fat if the surplus is too high. So my suggestion, or what a lot of people recommend, is nothing above 500 calories. So if your maintenance calories is 2,500, then up to 3,000 calories per day is absolutely fine. And in theory, if you are in a 500 calorie surplus, you will put on about a pound a week.
One other thing.
While there's nothing wrong adding 500 calorie surplus, it's totally fine. It's what most people do. If you ask me, or if how I would do it, I personally wouldn't add 500 calories. I like to keep the surplus very, very minor. What I would do is I would just add 100 to 200 calories above my maintenance. That way it'll ensure that I am still in a surplus, but at the same time it'll keep things very, very tight, and this way there are even lesser chances of gaining too much fat in the process. I hope that made sense. Now that you've understood how to gain weight, the second part of the equation is understanding how to build muscle. For this, there are two more things to consider. Number one is the amount of protein that you should be consuming per day, and number two, the way you train. In terms of protein intake, you want to make sure you are getting adequate amount of protein, guys. Protein is by far the most important macronutrient in terms of building muscle. It is the building block for muscle mass. So my recommendation is to get anywhere between 0.6 grams to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of your overall body weight. So for example, if you weigh 150 pounds, then anywhere between 90 grams to 120 grams of protein every single day should suffice. And the rest of the calories can come from your carbs and your fats, guys. And like I always say, all you need to worry about is hitting your protein goals and your overall calorie goals. You don't have to be super strict about your carbs and your fats. If you hit these two, the other ones will fall in place. Unless you are actually competing or you're trying to hit single digit body fat numbers, which I don't expect my target audience to do, you should be fine. And finally, coming to your training. The first thing you want to keep in mind is to reduce the amount of cardio you are doing, if you're doing any. Whenever you are trying to bulk up, I don't like using that term, it sounds very bodybuilder type, but yeah, you want to make sure cardio is taking a backseat. You can still do it for cardiovascular health, but I would keep it to a minimum. Instead, focus on following a structured 3-day, 4-day, 5-day workout program and stick to it for about 4 to 6 months, guys. While you improve or get better with the movements in terms of the form, also focus on getting stronger. Try to increase the weight or do 1 rep more than the last time. This is known as progressive overload, and since you will be eating in a surplus, you will have the energy to push yourself. So make complete use of it and up the intensity in a slow and gradual way. And lastly, there's one more thing I do want to say before ending this, and it's a special mention to all the females watching or listening to this, if any. Please don't get worried with the terms like muscle building or bulking up. I promise you, you will not look manly, you will not get bulky with huge muscles. As females, the lack of testosterone is one of the main reasons that women won't get bulky when lifting weights. On an average, women only have 1/7 the amount of testosterone as men. That means not only is it harder for you to build muscle, but it also means you don't have to worry about getting bulky. So if you don't lift weights, I highly encourage you to start. I promise you, once you do, it's going to be the best decision ever, and you will definitely thank me later. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Please show some support by liking and subscribing to the channel, guys. A lot of effort does go into making these videos. I'm a normal guy just like most of you, working a 9 to 5, and I do this because one, I enjoy it, and two, it still takes a lot of my time, guys. So a lot of effort and energy goes into making all of this. So please support your boy, subscribe, like, share it with others. Let's grow this channel together. And until next time, you take care, you stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.